Welcome to online lecture series in organic chemistry, and we're discussing the chemistry of group 18 elements. In this video we're going to discuss the compounds of noble gases. In 1933, on the basis of difference in values of electronegativities and ionization potential, scientist Pauling predicted the possibility of compound formation by heavier noble gases like krypton, xenon and radon with the elements like fluorine and oxygen. Later on in the year 1962, the first true noble gas compound was prepared by Neil Bartlett. Now these are the first ionization potential values of noble gases. Helium 2372, which is very high, neon 2080, argon 1521, krypton 1351, xenon 1170, radon 1037, oxygen 1165 and fluorine 1661. We can see the ionization potential value of xenon. It is very close to the ionization potential value of oxygen, and therefore, or since the first ionization potential of oxygen is very close to that of xenon, Bartlett predicted that, like oxygen, xenon may also react with the platinum hexafluoride. Oxygen reacts with platinum hexafluoride and there is a formation of this salt. Similarly, the Bartlett expected to reaction between xenon and platinum hexafluoride. Why? Reason is oxygen has a first ionization potential 1165 and xenon has ionization potential value 1170. Ionization potential values of xenon and oxygen, they are very close, and oxygen reacts with platinum hexafluoride, and therefore Bartlett expected xenon to react with platinum hexafluoride and form similar salt like oxygen, and he mixed red vapors of platinum hexafluoride with xenon gas and found that these two combine, that is platinum hexafluoride combine with the xenon, and there is a formation of yellow solid even at room temperature. Like this, platinum hexafluoride reacts with xenon and there is a formation of the salt similar to the oxygen, Xc plus PtF6 minus. So this is the first compound reported by Bartlett for xenon. Now the reaction between xenon and platinum hexafluoride proved for the first time that xenon is not totally an inert gas and it is capable of forming compounds. Later on, it was found that xenon can directly combine with fluorine and form number of fluorides. Now, ionization energy of radon, it is less than that of xenon, and it is expected to form compounds similar to those of xenon. Radon may react with fluorine or oxygen or platinum hexafluoride and form the similar compounds like xenon. However, radon is radioactive and this has limited the work on radon, but nowadays or recently the radon difluoride is reported. Radon reacts with fluorine and there is a formation of fluoride. Now a number of xenon compounds are known in which xenon is attached to fluorine or oxygen atom. For example, xenon exists in these oxidation state +2, +4, +6 and +8. In +2 oxidation state, it reacts with fluorine and forms xenon difluoride. In +4 state, it forms xenon tetrafluoride. Similarly, it forms xenon hexafluoride, xenon octafluoride. So xenon react with fluorine and form these fluorides. Similarly, xenon react with fluorine and oxygen and there is a formation of xenon oxyfluorides, especially in +4, +6 and +8 oxidation state. These are the xenon oxyfluorides reported recently. Even xenon reacts with oxygen and it form the oxides XeO3, trioxide and tetroxide. So these are the oxides, oxyfluorides and fluorides possible when xenon reacts with fluorine or oxygen or both. Now the structure of these compounds of xenon with bonding can be better explained by valence bond theory. Even it is explained on the basis of valence shell electron repulsion theory. And according to valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, the geometry of the molecule depends upon the number of bonding and non-bonding electron pairs in the valence shell of central atom, which arrange themselves in such a way that the molecule has minimum repulsion and maximum stability. So in detail about the valence shell electron pair repulsion theory we will discuss step by step. So before that, first of all, we discuss the preparation of xenon fluorides like XeF2, XeF4 and XeF6, and then we will discuss the structure of these three fluorides. So first of all, preparation of xenon difluoride, that is XeF4, XeF2. Now xenon difluoride, it is prepared by heating a mixture of xenon and fluorine in the ratio of 2:1 in a sealed nickel vessel at 675 Kelvin. When a mixture of xenon and fluorine, it is heated with the proportion 2:1, means 2 proportions of xenon and 1 proportion of fluorine, then there is a formation of xenon difluoride. Similarly, the xenon difluoride, it is also be prepared by irradiating a mixture of xenon and fluorine with the light from high pressure mercury arc at 295 Kelvin for 1 day. When this xenon and fluorine, this mixture, it is exposed to light, mercury arc or mercury lamp light, then there is a formation of xenon difluoride. Similarly, xenon difluoride can also be prepared by fluorination of xenon with oxygen monofluoride, that is O2F2 at 95 Kelvin. So when xenon, it is mixed with oxygen monofluoride O2F2 at 95 Kelvin, then there is a formation of xenon difluoride with the evolution of oxygen gas. So this is about the preparation of these xenon difluorides.